Now, a lot of people have been sending me this particular picture, and this picture is everywhere. The enemies of Allah are claiming that that statue is Allah, most especially the likes of MS Baba, Oloweku. Those idiots, they claim that this statue was presented to Zakir Naik. They also claim that the statue is inside the Kaaba. Subhanallah. They claim that that is what we Muslims do worship. They said that statue is Allah. Astaghfirullah.
I'm sorry for all of you.
And why are they making such claims? Because the Prophet said in one of his hadiths that Allah has two hands and his both hands are right. Yes, that is what the Prophet said. As far as it is coming from the Prophet, there is no doubt about that. Now, first of all, I want you all to know that these pictures does not exist. There is nothing like a statue in the Kaaba. These are the real pictures. So don't be surprised. That is how they make claims without evidence. And only a will make a claim without evidence. Now, Allah has two right hands. You see that statement alone? It is beyond human faculty. Why? Because you can't think of what you've not seen. Never. It is impossible. And no one has ever seen Allah. So how did you want to think of the two right hands? It's beyond your reasoning, my dear, because you've not seen Allah. Now, to buttress my point, let's imagine that no one has ever seen a wall clock, and they tell you that a wall clock has two hands. One is long and one is short. How would you comprehend that? Something that you've never seen before. You will only attach your imagination to something you've seen. You might think the two ends are by the side. One is long and one is short. But no, a wall clock actually have two long and short hands. But those two ends, they actually befit a wall clock. Am I making sense at all? So Allah has two ends and both ends are right. That is beyond human reasoning, because we've never seen Allah, but Allah has two right hands that befit him. Now let me prove it to you that these people don't have sense. In Genesis chapter 1 verse 27, it says God created human in his own image. Since we want to make use of our brain, then let's apply this to our common sense, if it will actually make sense to us. Okay. So if God created human in his own image, then the question is God a man, a woman, or an hermaphrodite? For the sake of argument, let's agree that God is a man. Okay. And as a man, we all know that a man have John Thomas, right? And under the John Thomas, there is a ball sack, and the ball sack is divided into two parts, and each part has its own egg. And we all know that God is so big and marvelous. Now, think of this: if God creates man in his own image, then automatically God also have a ball sack, and there is egg in the ball sack, because according to the Bible, the likeness of God is the likeness of a man, and we all know that God is so big. So think of this: how big do you think one egg in the ball sack of God would be?
Go and ask your grandfather.
Oh my God! Imagine one egg would be as big as watermelon. Can you see that it's aligned with human reasoning, but it is actually beyond human faculty?
You will learn.
So as a human being that we are, we can't think beyond what we've seen. It is impossible.
Reason now.
So what you've not seen, my dear, you can never comprehend it. It is impossible. No matter how knowledgeable you are, you would only think within what you've ever seen.
You never see anything. You never see anything.
And inshallah, this video was sponsored by Muhab Electrical and Renewable Energy. They deal with sales and installation of electrical solar material. Muhab Electrical are the real example of good, goodest, because they are so good.
Parí ilé yọkọ́ pọ̀ dùyọ̀ tó wá sínú yàrá ká ṣẹ́gìrì lé èékánná kí gbogbo ẹ̀ tàn yàn kó sàásù. Mọ ilé iṣẹ́ ńlá kalẹ̀ kí gbogbo náà nù rẹ̀ dùn ún wò kó pìsàpìsà láì ní làálàá kankan nínú. Muhab Electrical bá a bá pèrè akọni àfidàlálẹ̀ gàràgà. Muhab Electrical àwọn ni ọ̀jìnì akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ ògbóǹtarìgì tí dátọ́lẹ́nu gbìn bíi house wiring, surface and conduit, electrical installation, solar inverter installation, service and repair, general contractor tàbí bánifa wáyà láti ìletò kan bọ́ sí ìletò kejì, ìyẹn power line installation tó ń ti mini transformer installation, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà lárọ̀ọ́wọ́tó wọn. Map Electrical Engineering ẹ kàn sí wọn lólù iléeṣẹ́ wọn. Number 22 Adégbóyè Oníbídé Crescent Fẹ́lẹ́lẹ̀ Challenge Ìbàdàn. Ẹ tún lè kàn sí wọn lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára wọn, ìyẹn tìkànnì Facebook Muhab Electrical and renewable energy.